Hey guys, it's AppOSX here, and today we're taking a quick look at 10 awesome applications from 2012. But before we begin, I should note that these 10 applications are in no particular order. So without further ado, let's get started. No longer built on the HTML5-based Titanium platform, Wunderlist 2 was just updated and is better than ever with a gorgeous new design, reminders, subtasks, smart list sharing, and more. Wunderlist even works across a number of diverse platforms like Macintosh, Windows, iOS, and even the web. Best of all, it's 100% free. So I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you don't want to splurge money on higher priced GTD apps. Okay, how could I not include Tweetbot on the list? Sure, it isn't new to the iOS scene, but its beautiful design, multitude of sharing services, tweet marker and iCloud support, smart gestures, muting support, streaming, and more all further solidify its spot as king of the Twitter clients. I highly recommend that you check out Tweetbot if you haven't already. While Fantastical initially appears to add little functionality over the built-in calendar app for iOS, the value is in the usability and simplicity for this app. It's certainly compatible with a number of services and presents users with a nice day ticker view. But the best part of this app is just how easy it is to create an event with natural language, as demonstrated above with dictation. 1Password is the one and only premier password manager for iOS and Mac, with many of us having dozens upon dozens of usernames, logins, pins, and passwords that we need to remember. 1Password does it with high security encryption, an all new design in version 4, syncing and more, all with you only needing to remember 1Password for the application itself. I highly recommend this for anyone who uses internet services, has credit cards, etc. I have a feeling that this app is going to catch on. Not only does it have a glimmering and vibrant design, the functionality and concept of this app is in my mind amazing. In App Flow, you can follow people in lists that contain apps pertaining to a certain category, like weather in this instance, photography, well-designed apps, and more. In my opinion, it's the ultimate utility for app discovery in an ever-increasingly crowded app store. Highly recommend that you check this out as well. Day 1 is journaling in the digital age at its finest. Not only does Day 1 allow you to create text-based journal entries, but Day 1 also allows you to add photos, the weather, your location, and more all to a journal entry. All of this, combined with other features like tags and search, make this the ultimate journaling application for iOS. Not to mention it has some of the fastest iCloud syncing that I've seen in any application. Even in version 2.x, Reader was a superb RSS client for iOS, but now after being updated to version 3 earlier this year, it offers even more. Users can now add subscriptions for one within the application itself, but they can also utilize fever syncing, multi-account support, new gestures, and sharing services, and a beautiful new design. If you're into RSS feeds, then Reader is the application to go with. I don't need to say much here since so many of you already know of the Angry Birds franchise, but what I can say specifically about Angry Birds Space is that the space environment with its gravitational fields and geysers really add a nice touch to the already addicting gameplay found within Angry Birds. Formerly known as Read It Later, Pocket has emerged to be a top-tier app for reading articles later, even while offline. The app allows users to change the font and the font size, for instance, as well as sharing to a plethora of services. It's free and is available across many platforms, including Mac. Google Maps surely made its leave of absence from the iOS scene relatively short. Apple Maps, built into iOS 6, certainly has its apparent pitfalls, and Google Maps fills that void with not only the extensive data on points of interest, but also vector-based maps and traffic. It really is a wonderful application, and I think it has a lot of advantages over Apple's built-in mapping system, so therefore I recommend that you check it out because it is free. Picking my top 10 apps for 2012 was tough, so I have 3 additional apps here that receive very well-deserved honorable mention, beginning with Dropbox. Dropbox is so pervasive in nearly everything that I do that I just had to include it on the list somewhere. Best of all, it was updated with a brand new interface earlier this year that looks absolutely awesome. Jasmine filled the gap when there was no such thing as an official YouTube app for iOS 6, and it continued to fill that void until the official YouTube app was updated with iPhone 5 support. Jasmine is free, good looking, and best of all, in my opinion, has a video player without ads and the ability to utilize AirPlay. Languages is one of the best translator apps for iOS, not to mention one of the best looking. Its database is extensive in terms of vocabulary and languages, and the app can even be used offline. Well guys, that rounds up my list for this year, 2012. As always, please be sure to share your favorite apps of 2012 in the comment section below. I would love to see what you guys think. Either way, that's it for this video. See you in the next one.